Trump sending deadly convoy after what sick dictator was just spotted doing on 8,300 ft sacred mountain. Sometimes when people say we they mean it symbolically, like when a couple says we're pregnant or when the CEO of a company says we have designed a better, fill in the blank, usually they aren't getting their hands dirty, and people know it. There's general, communal terminology, and then there's just trying to make yourself look better at someone else's expense. In the case of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, it seems to be a combination of the latter and good old-fashioned lying. Jong-un has decided to risk the lives of all 25 million North Korean souls under his care, as well as all the Americans he hopes to take out in the crossfire and pick a fight with the United States. Jong-un's insistence on continuing his nuclear missile tests, despite every diplomatic strategy to stop him, is a course of action that is likely to end in fatalities for the North Koreans. President Trump has tried time and again to reach out via diplomacy, but the petty dictator of North Korea continues his standoff, growing more and more aggressive, and his propaganda campaign has gotten more and ridiculous as time went on. Daily Mail reports of his most recent exploits and how transparent his lies are. Jong-un, who is not known for his athletic ability, apparently is claiming to have scaled an 8,300-foot mountain, all without so much as breaking a sweat. He is the chubby dictator who learned to drive at the age of 3 and once bragged of scoring 11 holes in one on his first round of golf. Now North Korean state media has made another dubious claim about Kim Jong-un's superhuman powers after insisting the overweight tyrant had climbed an 8,000-foot mountain. Pyongyang media said the 33-year-old had managed to scale Mount Baekdu, a sacred spot for North Koreans, after walking through thick snow to reach the summit. But pictures show Kim wandering around on the snow-capped mountain with hardly a bead of sweat and wearing spotless and shiny shoes. While all of this might seem a bit ridiculous to us, it all fits in perfectly with the carefully crafted image that Jong-un attempts to project to the rest of the world. One of the saddest things about Jong-un thinking that he can push this off on the world, I mean other than the possibility that he is planning to sacrifice millions of lives at the altar of his short man syndrome, is the fact that no one is able to talk to him and explain how crazy he seems. He obviously doesn't understand how sports work, and no one is willing to stand up and tell the emperor that in his own way, he has no clothes. Probably because his off with their heads kind of response to criticism has put a damper on the opinions of others. Defectors from North Korea's talk of growing up in a world where they believe that the ruling family can even hear the thoughts of those who would speak against the royal family. Here's more from our source about the details of not only Jong-un's impressive hike but his continued efforts to wipe the United States off the map. Rodong Sinmun reported how Kim's eyes reflected the strong beams of the gifted great person seen in the majestic spirit of Mount Baekdu, the appearance of a powerful socialist nation which dynamically advances full of vigor without vacillation at any raving dirty wind on the planet. Mount Baekdu has been decreed as the sacred birthplace of the secretive state's first dictator, Kim's grandfather.